As soon as you leave the house in the basement, can you all give me a willpower roll?
Oh no.
Are there carolers again?
No.
Not
That would be mean.
But it'd be funny.
But it would be funny.
Walk outside. And all die.
No, not again. I just burst into flames. Do we get any like modifiers to this, or because of the ritual, or I don't?
Nada. It's just a flat willpower roll.
A 2 for me.
You're not very good at those, Julian. Let me see here. Before I go into it. Ella, you would take 1 superficial willpower damage, Dahlia 2, and Julian 3.
Wow.
Immediately when you go outside, you have experienced this pain before, but it's more intense this time around. This icicle being jammed into your brain, you fall to your knees. You have incoherent visions and whispers in your ears. Dahlia, you know this is abyssal. And it kind of lasts a few seconds. You feel like something is rummaging around your mind, and then it stops. And where it's just kind of looking down at you all like you're taking a knee or starting to pray, but he can see you're in pain and not really saying anything.
Can I make any kind of roll to determine where this is coming from? I already know what kind of energy this is.
But you know it's kind of waves that goes out into the city, and apparently it's affecting all kindred when it happens.
I guess what I want to say is, can I geolocate this? Is it coming from the lake?
You assume it's that being in the lake, yes.
Okay, all right.
It's not in your basement, and it's not in your almost New Haven.
Okay, all right. Well, that at least narrows it down. And she, of course, looks around to see if her 2 companions felt that too.
Ella shakes her head. Are you all right? As she sees the other 2 are not as good as she's like shaking it off. Like, all right, you all good?
Migraines.
What was that?
You know, this place. I'll tell you what, there's issues that need to be resolved. But that's okay. We'll get to them.
This is why I don't like to scramble other people's brains. I don't like when it's done to myself.
I felt like a clawed hand reached into my mind. Tore something out.
Does this happen often?
I've never felt like that personally. I just thought I got up too fast, like vertigo or something personally. But Julian, it's concerning.
Lately, these sorts of things have been happening a lot more. There were carolers. Beware the carolers, Agent Hemway. Beware them.
This is not the same as that. Everything affects him. she says, pointing to Julian, like, he's affected by everything. He feels pain constantly.
Nothing but agony.
Can I check something, Julian?
Yes. What is it?
He fiddles around in his pockets like he's forgot where he put it. He pulls out a vial. It looks like some sort of mineral dust. It's a bit sparkly in the streetlights outside. Obviously, it's very dim because of the snowstorm and the fog, but there's a bit of a glint to it. He touches your forehead with 2 fingers on one hand and uncorks it and kind of finagles it, some in his hand, and blows it in your face. You obviously don't have to inhale it, but it settles, and a symbol forms, almost like a temporary tattoo on Julian's face. Hemway closes his eyes and says, It's demonic in nature. It's far away. It's not your guardian or butler or whatever he is.
Ronaldo is his name.
I doubt it, but sure.
He's an ally. He's an asset.
They're usually called something that's hard to pronounce in Aramaic or Sanskrit or something. But Ronaldo, it is. Yes, it's abyssal nature. That's all I can say.
Well, I knew that.
Infernal. So my theory is whatever we're hunting is very aware of it.
Aware of us?
Yes.
Boy, I do so love dealing with extraplanar abyssal entities. That's always fun.
So the thing
And
for me-
she will turn to Julian and Ella. Like, I'm familiar with such entities. Not all of them, but their nature, they're generally uncooperative. But I have my methods of ensuring their cooperation or destruction should the need arise. So, you know, I can be of help in dealing with the source of these migraines.
I might have something to use Julian as a kind of dowsing at some point. Maybe we can locate the origin.
Won't that cause him pain to open him up to these things?
Possibly,
Well,
but spells go both ways.
Agent Hemway, I'm not myself untutored in the ways of abyssal awareness, abyssal location, abyssal interactions. Can you explain to me the enchantment that you have bestowed upon our companion here?
The one I just did
Mm-hmm.
was just to see the sphere that the whatever is affecting him, what kind of nature it has. Is it Arcadian or abyssal or temporal, or there's a lot of things that can affect the world.
So when you mentioned that you could use him as and I believe the term you used was dowsing rod, that generally, and to my understanding, is used to determine the location of said entity, or at least where it might be coming through.
It is possible to detect the source of whatever is affecting him, but I would have to, kind of open a tunnel. Also get the right ingredients for it.
What I'm saying, out of concern for Julian and his well-being, is that it might be better to work with a practitioner of these sorts of arts that you're mentioning. Myself, for example, that I might be able to wield and understand them much better without incurring the kind of agony and anguish that dear Julian would be forced to undergo were he opened up violently to these energies in the way that your enchantment might precipitate.
That's possible. I didn't expect you to be so selfless, but
I try. Julian sometimes doesn't realize how selfless I am, but I care about him and his well-being. I think he means well. I really do. And so,
Julian's making like a face, like he's like, What is she? He's thinking like, what is she doing right now? Like he's like, what's going
Yeah.
on? Is she really mean this?
Yeah. And so basically, yeah, she's pretty much saying to Agent Hemway, like, look, deal with me, and I can add my own expertise with these sorts of energies and powers to what you may be bringing in order to make this more effective and also less painful to Julian.
That's acceptable. Let's get to the car. You get inside. It's a, I don't know, I'm not good with cars, but black government vehicle. 4-seater. Nothing special.
Is this his car or is this just a car?
It's his car. Well,
Okay.
It's a fat car.
It reeks of smoke.
Well, you get inside. There is a full ashtray in the compartment between the two front seats. Whoever sits in the front seat next to him is gonna kick like half full whiskey bottle at the floor of the car.
Gross.
It does reek of like someone lives in here and does not open a window when he smokes or drinks.
It's disgusting, Agent Hemway.
Sorry, it's just it's just the car. Just don't breathe. You have the option.
May I roll down a window?
Gonna get cold. Sure. He's kind of pulling up his jacket a bit. Dying of hypothermia is not pleasant.
Julian will just crack the window a little bit.
Yeah.
Who's sitting where?
I don't know who's sitting next to him and who's. I assume Ella is, but I don't know.
Yeah, she would sit in the front seat.
Yeah, you're the one who to kick the whiskey bottle.
Then Dahlia and Julian are sitting in the back seat.
Yeah. It is a nice
Julian's
car.
like,
It's just worn and not well taken care of. Probably 10 years old.
She leans over. Dahlia leans over. She says, "I can only imagine what kind of fresh hell this must be like for you, because of his senses and everything."
I don't think.
Say that he rolls down the window just a little bit more, like half an inch more. Like...
And she just kind of like pats him on the shoulder.
He looks over. So, Spartan goddess, where are we going?
Well, we are going to be going to, and she will bring up, I guess she would have a pad of paper. She's not going to be using a phone. She'll bring up an address and give it to him.
The Serpentine? Auto character? Yeah.
Yeah. Probably a block ahead of it so that we're not parked right in front of it.
Yeah. Well, apparently he knows the town well. Get you there and like... It's unnerving for you. It's not like you're gonna die in a car crash, but you're used to driving with Henry, who drives like 10 miles an hour, especially in the fog and the blizzard. Hemway doesn't. He is driving the speeding limit, even though the visibility is, I don't know, 5 yards.
Agent Hemway, I appreciate that you have died many times and come back, but I would like to survive this journey.
Okay, Grandma. He slows down. Just sitting behind us, like, ah!
Yeah, like, I could kill him right now. Just let me do
That's
it.
right, exactly. Like,
Seethes in 5 humanity.
Boatsman's Oaks, the Greek part of town. Drive in, starts to look a bit more Mediterranean. Again, it's really, even for you, Julian, the howling wind is just obscuring your vision. Because it's that kind of tunnel noise when it goes between buildings and everything, and you just hear the rattling of street signs, and you don't see a soul on the street. You see lights in people's windows, but that's about it. And park on a kind of parallel street to where the club is. So there's a apartment building in between you and the club.
So going in, are you all walking with Ella? Like,
I'm fashion walking with Ella.
okay. Yeah.
Julian would be, yeah. He's got his little walking stick out, his navigation device.
Good. So going in.
Like, this is the slow walk, right?
As you're going there, sorry, Ella, to interrupt. As you're going there, can you give me wisdom awareness if you want to?
Yes.
I would like to add a dice to Ella's roll because we're doing this as a team.
I mean, you all have +2 right now because of ritual. Julian, you can't add your aspects because of the wind and everything, so it'll just be a normal wits and awareness. But you do all have +2 to wits at the moment.
What I'm asking is if I can do this as a team, like in other words, like add my roll to Ella's roll.
It's a passive thing, so you're not really aware that it's...
I see. Okay. All right. So wits plus awareness. Here we go.
But I'm not gonna hit you in the head if you fail miserably.
What about BCL failure?
Oh, it's still a passive thing, so...
That's a 4. That's 4 successes.
Oh my god. That was a lot of ones, but none of them are on hunger dice, so we're in.
Yeah.
Two successes. I'm perceiving something.
Jesus Christ.
Julian, as always, sees everything, and it's just breaking him.
Yeah.
You smell that?
At
This hour?
I think you're focused on the scene outside. You see Katerina talking to some of the Gorgons in front of a very large Escalade-like car. You don't hear what they're saying. Ali and Julian, you do hear snippets of the conversation. She's just saying to them, I don't care how you do it, just fetch her. If I have to give Mr. Capri bad news, it will be your head. They get in the car and she goes back inside the club.
And we see this conversation going on.
Well, you see it, but Julian and Dahlia hear it. I think you're more focused on the how many guards are outside and the physical awareness of it all.
Dahlia will basically relate in concise terms what she just witnessed and saw. So to Ella.
And the woman, that was a woman who said that she's going to go find them? Or was it
She was ordering the gang members, basically. It's a Hector school.
Okay.
Yes, clearly in charge, clearly, giving them commands.
Apparently they're supposed to fetch someone.
Okay. She's going to pick up her step, like her haste, and she's going to make her way towards entering in.
You get inside to the front room, and the receptionist has seen you before. So you're let in without any issue. She does stop Hemway. You kind of hear, and it's like, sir, if it's your first time here, I'm gonna need your fingerprint and also some ID. And he just flashes the FBI badge. So it's like, sorry, honey, I'm just going in. And she looks worried and kind of busses something and talks as you're walking in. The FBI is here, sir. And when you get in, Hemway immediately heads for the bar in the middle of the room and sits at a table, starts staring up some woman's skirt. Lack thereof.
And stinking up the bar. with the aroma of 1,000 cigarettes.
This place smells nicer than the car. And no one is smoking in here. Well, now they are. He is.
Now they are. Yeah.
The bouncers don't really know what to do about it. They look at him and they look at you.
Yeah. So she's going to look around and see if there's anyone she recognizes other than the one security guard woman.
That's your touchstone.
Yeah. So does she see this person anywhere?
She's walking around serving drinks at the moment. Not dancing, but like the last time. She's just taking care of the patrons. I mean, 70% of the people in here are men, but there are some women, and I mean, they do have male dances, so something for everyone.
Buffet of bodies. It's fine. Okay. So she's gonna go up to the bar and
I'd like to do a wits insight just to kind of clock Ella checking on that person. Any chance of doing that?
I think it's gonna be hard because it's just a glance around, but
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Ella,
Yeah.
can you just do a composure subterfuge?
I'm gonna see what your role is before I decide what I'm
Okay.
gonna do.
Okay.
What are you planning?
Betrayal.
That's 5 successes, and I roused for that, so I'm gonna
Did you get
roll
hungry?
that. That's a hunger grain. Yes, I have 1 hunger now. I could eat. So yeah.
I'm back, dear.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I missed you.
Their
Dahlia and
beasts are
her beast
friends.
canoodle together.
Hey, bitch, it's me. Oh, no.
Can you take half after adding dice to your pool?
Depends on how you add them. I mean, if it's discipline thing, yeah, but it's not really gonna help you with composure subterfuge because it's just body language.
Okay.
It's gonna make everyone look at you. Because the awe only affects charisma related things.
Okay.
So, I mean, if you're okay with Dahlia seeing that you take 2 milliseconds extra attention on some of them, that's all she's really gonna know.
Oh, I care. So I didn't anticipate there being 5 successes because I could have beat that with half.
Roll a 6 and it's gonna be a bestial failure.
Let's go for it.
You can
Subterfuge and composure. I can what?
You can also rouse if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll rouse. So
No
I'm
hunger.
gonna add. Huh?
No hunger.
Yeah. And so now I am. How many am I adding? 2?
2 extra.
Okay. Use the sage. But I can spend it, right?
You
I can reroll.
You can reroll 3 of them.
She's not that. Hold on.
Yeah.
That was not right. Hold on. But with willpower, with modifier with 3.
Yeah, just willpower reroll 3. Should. Oh no.
Yeah, that's what we love to see.
No, not like that. He'll reroll
Oh,
the entire thing.
no.
No, it should just be willpower reroll
I
with
guess-
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I misinterpreted my. I'm like, yeah, dude, let's go.
I hit willpower and put 3. It was much better than the first one. I guess I'll just say it and then she'll see it, unfortunately, because it's I don't know. Are you just saying?
It should be right next to your, like, the willpower one. It should say willpower reroll, like,
Yeah.
to the left of it.
Right beneath it,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, to the left. Okay, I see.
There you
Jesus
go.
H.
No.
No, that's not where I go. This is not optimal. No.
Dahlia, you see her paying
clock.
more attention to one of them. You don't know
Yeah.
why. It could be because she's Ella's type or whatever. You don't know. But
Yeah. I'm just clocking it. Yeah.
Southpaw, that's the left-handed
Exactly. Yeah.
baddie,
But-
Possibly. Yeah. It's just a moment of interest, that Ella takes particular interest in one of these customers that isn't not a dancer, or whatever, just, particular moment. So,
Ella, you
but
wanted
she packs it away and keeps it to herself.
you wanted to go to the bar and
Oh, I was going to tell Mulder to keep an eye on that one.
the touchstone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. That's not going to be difficult. He smiles.
That's the one.
How much?
How much what?
How much should I pay attention?
I don't know. 2 eyes worth. Look around. 2 eyes again. You know. Don't do anything weird.
Kind of shrugs and walks over to her with like a bundle of cash, and goes in for a private dance.
I can.
My
Said-
man.
It's 6. Well, I know where she's at. I don't care. That's fine.
Yep.
So, sorry, Julian. She's with the mage now.
Wait,
It's out of
why don't you
character.
Take me to the bar, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately,
can't-
Julian is very blind in here.
I can't sense anything in here,
Hmm.
but I can smell something. I haven't
Oh,
smelled
yeah?
in a while. It smells really good.
Does it smell like shame and regret?
Well, no, it does smell like sweat in here and body
Mm.
odor,
Hmm.
but from. And he's like, he kind of like turns his head. He's looking over the men next to him, and stuff like that. But I can smell this fruity aroma. It's been a long time. I hate to ask this, but I don't have any money. Could you maybe buy me a drink?
I can do that. And then she'll see Dahlia. Do you need a drink as well?
Oh no, I'm good.
So, Ella has
At
a
this-
credit card. She has
at
a
this
credit card,
point-
so she's gonna put it on the card. She's gonna charge the drink here.
Yep. But you are whatever you want, really. I mean, it's a most of it is champagne, but they also have nice beer, and obviously they can make a strawberry daiquiri and all that kind of shit. So
Do they have communion wine?
they have wine, but it's not communion wine. It's like $100 bottle wine at least, and then above.
Oh, it's a bit
It's a very
expensive.
specific sort of request. Do you have communion wine?
Well, what is? People call it red wine, I think.
I can get you some red wine, honey, he says. Looks at Ella
Oh,
with the
thank you.
card.
It's
We
been.
get him an entire bottle, a casket, as much as you want.
Oh no! Don't. I just want to taste. Please don't. $100 is so much money.
You get a bottle.
Ella's like, it's really not.
Julian, good times are priceless when you're with me and Dahlia, right? I mean, really, this is the place where people can enjoy themselves.
So kind, thank you. I have not had. I don't even know how long it's been, but lately this calls to me. I don't know. I can smell it. It smells good. And he's going to take like the glass that I imagine has like wine in it, and he's like smells it, and it's like, oh, and he's gonna drink it.
Very nice.
And he looks in like almost like he's about to start crying. He's like, I haven't tasted anything except for, centuries. And he takes another desperate like swig of it. Thank you so much for this.
Certainly. I mean, this place is just down the road. I'd be happy to come back here anytime you'd like. Although I think we should go with a different mode of transportation next time.
Oh yes. What
Well, you just
where is
kind of,
Agent
like-
Hemingway, by the way? Is he's like holding the bottle clumsily, like this big bottle, and with a wine glass in his hand.
Oh, Hemingway is gone. He's gone to the private rooms at the moment.
Oh no, I was asking like in character. Like, where did he go?
Oh.
By the way.
Oh, he's stepped aside. He's on a
Oh.
secret mission, I guess.
Well, I hope he stays out of trouble. And he's gonna take
Mhm.
another swig of the wine, and he's like smacking his lips a little bit, like, oh,
So good. Yeah, it's
good.
just amazing. And
It's-
Dahlia's just kind of like watching him and like making a face, just like because they've gone in opposite directions in humanity. And right now, Julian is really genuinely enjoying this right now. Dahlia can't enjoy any of it anymore. So,
because he's blushed, and with humanity 8, he can taste wine.
he can actually ingest wine. He can actually like he doesn't even need to throw it up anymore.
And he's genuine. He's always steered away from it, but now he's like, my goodness, I could smell it from here. You know, that kind of thing. It smells good. So
she'll have a glass as well, because she also has the ability to enjoy.
Effortlessly, taste it even. Katerina walks down the stairs from Hector's office. You know that mirror is, well, one way he can see down the entire thing from up there. She walks over to you, Ella, and looks around at everyone and says, Mr. Capri would like to see you all.
She'll nod her head.
She's a bit stern, the way she says it. And,
may I bring my wine?
Of course you may. You paid for it. She leads you upstairs, stands in the corner, basically, and Hector, he's sitting at his desk, feet up, looking down, looking at you. Why do you bring the FBI to my establishment?
He's coming and he will be going. We didn't really bring him. He just happened to be here at the same time as us.
I thought you were tasked with getting rid of him.
Yeah, I guess that we are still in the process of that. It seems like there's a lot of things going in a lot of directions this way. And unfortunately, that problem came here. But I can assure you it will be leaving when we do. Hopefully sooner.
What do I owe the pleasure then?
Well, we were curious about, well, more so me, about the last time that we had a conversation about possibly offering some training or some assistance to the staff here.
Thought about it. I don't need it. I have goons for that. And I don't like my people, my dancers, being influenced by someone capable. So, you still haven't told me what you want, but if you want to do something for me, I might have something.
Yeah, well, I guess it would be based on what you have a need for, other than getting rid of the FBI guy who will be gone sooner rather than later.
It's more of everyone's problem, really. There's a theater quite close to Cassandra's hotel. I know she wants it. I want it even more now.
Okay.
Just, to spite her. You can all give me wits insight if you want to. Julian, there's no noise in here, so you can add all your shit if you want to.
Shit.
And you both have, you all have +2 to wits, so.
+6.
Love it.
Oh, yes, we love to see it.
Oh, wow.
In this moment, Dahlia sees much more than Julian.
Julian, it's because of the wine.
Yeah, he's like pouring another glass. Like he's like looking up. He's like looking over at Ella, and then goes back, pours another glass, is drinking it. He's like a third way through the bottle already.
Dahlia's like, I'm on to your shit.
It's a success, but I still want to ask you, Dahlia, willpower or let it happen?
And this is completely up to you, of course, as a storyteller, but do I get any indication of what will happen if I let it just roll?
The beast is gonna show its ugly face for a moment, at least.
You know what?
What does your heart tell you?
But I will tell you everything.
Okay.
Let it be good.
And it might not even be completely clear that this is Dahlia's beast, since Dahlia and her beast are so aligned.
Well, he says he wants to acquire it because, well, he doesn't want Cassandra to have it. That's not true. Apparently this theater is very special and priceless, you get the feeling. And he is very much trying to manipulate you, and he does not think very highly of any of you. To the rest of you, within the blink of an eye, Alia is from one side of the room to the other, holding Hector by his throat in the air, screaming at him, "You fucking snake! You think I'm a stupid cow? I will end you!" And then you kind of come back to yourself, holding him, and like you perceived all this, but the last second or so is, whoops.
It's like,
Unhand me.
don't talk down to us. She's gonna drop him.
Would Ella get the idea as to why this is happening? Because she sees it. Is she going to be like, well... Yeah.
Dahlia's no longer blushed, and her eyes are, I think, I don't know, red, yellow, black, something.
Black.
Black.
It would be pools of darkness.
Yeah. Her fangs are out, completely pale and corpse-like, no longer blushed.
Yeah.
Well, she's
We're
looking.
not fucking idiots.
Would you like to tell us again, not knowing like what's going on, but seeing Dahlia go wild like this before? She's gonna put, I guess, 2 and 2 together, like something happened and so she's going to look back. Would you like to tell us again, or maybe you missed it? Can you tell us what it is about that theater? Anything that we should know?
She wants it. I want it as well. He kind of steps back and fixes his tie again.
Dahlia is going to turn around and walk back, saunter back to Ella, and just kind of lean in close and say, "I'll tell you later."
Well, okay. So with that theater situation, we can see about that. However, the costs, you said the payment.
A major boon or something else, perhaps?
Something else.
What can I get you?
She's gonna look down to see if he's wearing the necklace. Is it visible?
The leather strip is.
Yeah.
And I think when he kind of corrected his tie, and you would see just a little bit of it.
Yeah. To be blunt and not to mince words, the necklace that you wear, that's enough payment.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. You're kind of screwing yourself over, but sure.
Okay. And why would you say that?
It's just a stone.
That's fair. Where did you get it?
You know what? To be honest, I don't remember. I just had it and felt like I needed to keep it close.
Did someone tell you to do that, or you just had a inkling?
Just a feeling. I woke up one day and it was there, and I felt like I had to protect it.
Yes, we all have different torches that we have to carry, but
in exchange for a theater, it's just a necklace.
yes, I believe that we all have things that we like and enjoy. and I would be more than happy to replace it with another one.
I'm sure I can get something nicer, made of gold. I think he has rings all over his fingers, and like diamond earrings, and yeah, he's a bit of a, I don't want to say pimp look, but there's a sleazy silk shirt, kind of Armani wearing, very high class snake about him. Well, if you get me the deed, then I will hand over the necklace.
Oh.
He looks over, and you are no longer welcome at my club, Miss Grey.
The club's a piece of shit anyway.
Nor my domain, for that comment.
I can't even apologize for this. But thank you for continuing the conversation. My thought process with this was, and she's going to try to be persuasive in this, leaving with the necklace tonight, but ensuring that the FBI agent doesn't come back. I can make him disappear. He won't be an issue ever again for you. And if for some reason he is, I will be happy to hand the necklace back over. Because as you said, just a leather gem could replace it easily.
He smiles sleazily. Knows. Well, I feel like there's a kindred spirit, except he has no honor. And he just says, when I have the deed. And I will let you walk out of here unscathed. You all look a bit worse for wear. Rough night, perhaps.
Some of us partied a little harder than we could have imagined.
Fuck, I need to find a roll. Curtain.
No, don't let it occur to you.
You know, when I edit these episodes, I remember half of the things I forgot to say. Julian.
God is now watching us, okay, in this moment in time.
In Kane we trust.
You need to roll a composure and intelligence.
Ooh.
And you get an extra die because of your blood wound. And you have some unswayable mind?
I have one in that, yes.
Yes, so 2 extra dice. What did I roll? 5. You let it ride, or you want to spend willpower?
I'm going to spend willpower.
Yep.
I can only reroll 2. 2. Come on. I match it, but don't beat it.
Oh,
So it goes to whoever it is.
The player, usually. You feel the tug, but you're able to resist it. You know Cassandra is pulling at you. You know where she is? Like exactly. Distance and direction. You feel the tug. Hector looks back at you, Ella, and says, I bid you all a good evening, and I hope to see you, not all of you, under better circumstances next time.
Dahlia turns on her heels in a perfect 180 degrees, her back facing Hector, and she walks out.
Thank you for your time. Might I say, the wine is excellent.
He looks at the bottle and says, try something more expensive, but it's quite alright.
Oh, this was already very expensive.
$100? I can buy a town with this kind of money.
Yeah, back in my day, you could buy a damn province for this, a state. And he's just gonna get up and, we measured money in pounds in those days. He's just gonna walk out.
Willa?
I was going to see if I had enough for entrancement to try one more time now that they were gone. But I don't know if that ship has sailed.
Nope, you're a brave woman if you do it though. But
I am.
You can definitely try.
Yeah. I think she will try to sweet talk him now that the shit talking part of the party has left.
Yep. First of all, do the round.
Forgot one of those. Wait. Let me rethink this now. No, let's do it. Rather than not been. Okay.
Sending good vibes.
I needed more. She's feeling it. You know, you don't challenge a venture or tell them no.
You do what? Charisma presence, and I do composure.
You got this.
I don't know.
So when you roll, I mean, at least according to the book, you don't want to add that extra hunger until after the roll, because that's kind of how it was. So if you're surging, you don't need to actually add that until after the roll. So.
Ooh, come on now.
Oh, I rolled badly.
Yeah, you've got this. You've got this.
Get his ass. Get his ass.
Get him.
Oh no.
It didn't do much. It didn't do much.
Chris, stop doing good things on your behalf. I mean,
three successes for Hector.
No, hold on. I want to. I can't even rouse. I get to add 2. What do I?
Did you rouse your charisma, or just the power?
Which gives me more?
Well, you have to rouse for the power, but if you want more dice, then you have to.
Oh, I roused and I got hungry.
Yeah, that's for the power. So it's just charisma and presence.
Yes, but you can always surge, and add 2 dice to your roll if you want to do that too.
And that's the extra die because of your blood potency.
Yeah.
So right now I have 0 modifiers, right?
Right.
Okay, I will do that and then see if I need to reroll.
You have a +1, no matter what, because it's the power you're using.
Okay.
So yeah, charisma presence +1.
Okay. So should I do the reroll again with the +1? Or should I just?
Yeah. I'll say do that. Otherwise, it's gonna be
a mess.
A mess.
Okay. 1 modifier. Jesus H.
Yes.
But I'm trying to do it. So it is. It's a 6
success with messy crit.
Okay, so
it's a crit first of all, so that will do horrible things. 3 nights. This will last.
But do I get the necklace?
Give it to me. Give it to me.
I'm trying to mesmerize him. So what? Mesmerize.
Now.
That's a command.
But
to get the necklace.
One step at a time. Before I get into the messy crit. Actually, before I get into the messy crit, do you want to spend a willpower, or can the beast say hi?
Spend a willpower, or do what now?
Or can the beast say hi?
Oh, the beast can say hi, yeah.
Sure. Then you don't need to make a second roll.
Okay.
Hector's no good, very bad.
You look him in the eyes. His whole demeanor changes. He is very smitten with you. I don't know how you managed to do this to a set height, but you have. Obviously, Katarina is still there. She's looking very confused, but she is, beholden to his blood, so she feels what he feels. Usually, this would add your presence to any kind of social roll against him. But the beast rears its ugly fangs. Just smiles. You hear yourself say, "Kneel." And he falls to his knees like you're a goddess, and just your head reach down and just pulls the necklace off him and walks out of the room. And he's just, no, come back. You walk down the stairs. Nobody's following you. You're seeing everything, not in control, and walk straight out of there to meet your companions. Julian, you're allowed to leave with the bottle, but not the glass.
Oh yes, sorry about that. He's gonna hand it to the lady who's like probably really pissed at us. Like we met at the door. It's like the FBI's here, sir. Like that. He's gonna here you go.
Ella, before you regain control, you hear your beast say, "This is not gonna last forever. He will realize what you have done."
As she's just looking down, clutching the necklace in her hand. Good.
Out of character,
Andrew.
he will be very smitten for 3 nights, but after that, he will, come back to his normal sleazy self. Walk outside. Hemway is soon to follow. He has a shit-eating grin on his face. It's like, that was delightful. I'm glad you pointed her out to me.
Wow.
What a sweet girl.
She's, I mean, anyone that I could have picked in there really would have done the job, but
It's just very nice.
they're all nice. I've been in there more than once, and I guess she'd probably be in the top 3 if I had my pick. But there's so many to choose from.
It was very,
Really can't go wrong.
Very classy. I was expecting something entirely different.
She's internalizing this and just like, I hope you didn't fucking touch her, but it's fine. It's fine.
You're not
It's fine.
allowed to touch them.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, so are we good? Does anyone have anything else to do downtown?
Do we have success?
Do we? I mean,
Did you get it?
we'll have to go back in 3 nights.
You didn't get the thing.
We need to go to. I need to do some investigation. Do you know about deeds to hotels or properties here?
I mean, I don't know. Sure, I know like the legal aspects of it, and I'm pretty good with money, but like acquiring something is just usually figuring out who owns it and then offering them enough to sell it.
He wanted to make a deal for him. I don't know why. There was as they're walking, are they out of earshot from the
I imagine
bugs that
you're
are
walking
outside?
towards the car.
Yeah. She'll keep her voice down low and just kind of tell him he wants a building, and I could not care less about whether he gets it or not. But we're keeping ties neat. I'd like to see about getting that for him. He wanted
Okay.
to make a deal.
He kind of snaps his fingers in front of Julian's face. You all there, mate?
Oh yes, I'm doing quite. I don't know if it says you can digest the wine. Is Julian tipsy now after?
Oh, you don't get, your nervous system does not get affected.
Hmm.
But it tastes nice. You do feel the talk of Cassandra, and you're also reminded she wants the same theater. Just because you're in that, you're not pulled towards her, but it is constant.
He's just like thinking to himself, like, I'm not going. She played with my mind. I'm not doing that. Toreadors are dangerous, as he has found out in his experience.
That's horrible said.
If you may disparage your own kind, right?
It's like, I trust a Setite more than I trust a Toreador at this point. Toreadors
That's
are.
rough.
I
But
know.
You feel,
but the question is,
you feel heartache and grief, and feel like crying. You don't.
That's a lot of emotions there.
He's
Julian.
drinking the wine out of the bottle, like, man. I let her go, man. She's the perfect woman, man.
Well, you get the
But,
sense that it's her emotions you're feeling.
Oh, because I remember I resisted it.
You
or-
resisted it,
yeah.
so you're not compelled to do anything, but you do feel the tug and what she is, like, her state of mind at the moment.
He kind of like sneers a little, like, like he kind of like has a look of like disgust on his face while he's feeling this, and he just takes another swig of the wine. Yeah. What was that, Agent Hemingway? Is it Hemway or Hemingway? I'm sorry.
Hemway.
Hemway. What was it, Agent Hemway?
No, it just looked like you weren't all there.
Oh, my mind was somewhere else.
Julian, I want to ask you something. Because you have a special conviction. And you do feel pain from someone right now. So I'm gonna ask you, do you think you're breaking your conviction right now?
I would say no. This isn't the kind of suffering that people like he's concerned about. He's dealt with Toreadors before, and this is like a narcissistic suffering that she's going through. Like, this isn't like physical suffering. This isn't suffering that was inflicted upon her by a third party. This is her, like, oh no, the mouse got out of my trap. That kind of thing. Like, I'm so mad now. I'm full of self-loathing because I didn't entrap this guy. Like, it's that kind of thing. So he's like, no. He's like, I need to stay away from that woman, basically. She's dangerous. That's where he's at right now.
Fair enough.
He's getting into that thinking that has kept him alive for a long time, which is that he may seem a little trusting, but he's like, once he gets like an indication, he gets the ick very quickly, especially as someone who can't really see. It's kept him alive.
You get back in the car. So, where to?
I just have this idea. A deed can have more than one name on it, correct?
Sure, in some circumstances. I guess if you're married or, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but I guess
Like-
it's possible.
Like if there was something entrusted into someone, right? Like, like, what are the odds? Like, if, he wanted that hotel and Cassandra wanted it, we could give it to both of them.
I don't think they're gonna see it that way, but sure.
They didn't. I mean, if the contract wasn't clear, that's on their end, not mine. My family would have been.
Shenanigans.
Okay, you got the necklace for this theater, right? What was the other person offered you for it? Is it even worth considering?
I think putting both of their names on the deed is more than worth considering.
I can see the funny thing about it, sure.
I think there's something to be said for collaboration and networking. Really.
Well, I can figure out who owns it, but it's gonna require, well, daylight hours and time. So.
Okay. Can we do it within a day or two?
I can figure out as soon as the sun comes up, but I'll have to wait for you guys to, nappy nap.
Talia's just gonna narrow her eyes at him. He's nappy nap. Okay, whatever. Just so condescending.
There is that thing, like he really hates you all.
Yeah,
You get that
yeah.
sense. It is very much okay, there's a bigger threat and I need to deal with these. But the snarkiness is hard to get rid of.
Ella, darling, we need to talk about this property management at some point. Alone.
Yeah, I mean,
I can drop you off wherever.
I think our humble abode would be more than okay. Well, someone else
Drive
says
safe.
something else.
At a reasonable speed. Hemway.
Sure. He drives you back through a bit slippery, but he gets you there. He drives slow. Parks outside your haven and drives off.
No, wait. Before he drives off and they get out, Dahlia is going to be like, Hemway, if we're going to be working together, even if we both hate each other, you really need to clean out this car.
I'll buy a Wunderbaum or something and hanging it in the rearview mirror.
Just daggers from her eyes. Just it's like malicious compliance, you know. And so yeah, she just steps out, just shakes her head, watches him drive off, and with narrow eyes just imagines him crashing and burning horribly in his car. You know, just visions of his own destruction and immolation filling her mind. And then she's gonna walk in.
Get back into the basement. Ella, where have you put the necklace?
Just she's been holding it, kind of, in her fist.
Julian and Dahlia, you can obviously see the glow. You sense the unseen. Kind of like she's holding a mode of light within her.
It's very special. I'd really like to take a closer look at that.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, the necklace. It looks very special. I'd like to take a closer look at it.
Oh no.
Are they in the house?
Yeah, you walked into the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is the guardian there?
If you want them there.
Yeah. For sure. I think he'd be interested in seeing it too. Make it a family affair, you know?
Yeah.
He kind of just appears when you need him or when he wants to be annoying. So he's usually there.
Yeah. She will, in her head, telepathically say, "It's a joy to see you as always. We've come from the north."
Likewise.
And so, then she will let it go. You'll see it as the red end of the spear / gem / wooden bauble hangs off of the leather thing. She's like,
I have a picture of it under objects and also remind myself, put that on the screen. It is it looks metallic, but it's also glowing red. Almost like it's like lava, that kind of glow. It's not warm or anything. It is a sliver of metal, a fragment of something.
Is there any role we can make to tell more about it? Like occult intelligence or wits or...
You don't need to roll, but it's a special kind of artifact.
Yeah.
So...
Okay.
It's clearly a part of something. It's not a hole. It's not a spear. That's for sure.
It's a piece.
It's a piece of something.
Yeah.
But it has tremendous power. You can see that for sure. And it's the power comes from kindred vitae. Probably an ancient.
Dahlia is just kind of impressed and respects Ella's ability to get the necklace without going through with the deal. So, you know, like she had walked out of the room. That was still kind of like quid pro quo, you know, like you get me to the theater, I get you the necklace. And then she sees Ella walk out with the necklace. It's just like, oh, you know, like nice, you know, respect.
Julian, as soon as you walk inside the basement, the pool stops.
And just kind of like shakes his head, like, finally. Yeah. And, oh, Guardian, look what I have. And he holds up the bottle of wine. It's about half empty at this point.
Very good, sir.
Would you like some?
Sure. I can
I know
see.
the others can't drink it.
No one should drink alone, I guess. He kind of waves his hand and 2 glasses appear.
And he's going to, like, pour it. And now that he's, like, not out in the open, he doesn't have to feign it. He perfectly pours 2 glasses. And he listens to the sound of the glass filling up so he knows when to stop. And he's like, I haven't shared a drink with anyone in I don't know how long.
To your very good health, sir. And he kind of drinks the glass. Dahlia, you know, it's his body is just a dead husk of some human. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going through the motions right now, humoring Julian, and she knows that. Yeah, and she's just kind of, she knows that Ronaldo is just doing Ronaldo. He's just being himself, and
you hear as he's drinking the wine, you hear sizzling, and it evaporates in his mouth.
Yeah,
Doesn't even swallow it. Julian, you hear it as well.
And he's a little caught off guard, but then he just kind of takes a drink and he's brought back into the bliss of drinking. It tastes like spring. You know, like after a nice cold rain. The flowers are beginning to bloom as the sun comes out. I can smell it.
As Julian is opining about the wine, Dahlia, turns to Ella and says,
"Full Torador."
This wine is exquisite. My goodness.
It tastes like boots.
She rolls her. There's a slight eye roll there as he's just going on and on about this, and so basically she says to Ella, "That's no ordinary theater."
What kind of theater do you think it is?
It's not ordinary. When I say that it's not ordinary, I mean it in every sense of the word. It is. There aren't 1,000 others like it. It isn't special for its fucking. She throws that word in there basically. She's like, it's not special for its like history or whatever. This isn't a fucking historical site or anything like that. It's special.
I believe
there's more than what he was saying about it, and there are reasons why they are both fighting over it. And it's not something either of them really deserves.
Well,
and they cannot have it, the Guardian says.
See, Ronaldo agrees.
Well, I don't know the capacity of how special it is. I know that where blades are concerned, and she'll think back to that dagger from earlier. So it's like, we know that blades can cut deep, and so can well-placed words. But it seems that tonight we were able to get what we needed through words. But it seems like some are trying to win this through silver-tongued discussions, and I don't know if that's the wisest way to wield their way through this theater debacle, I guess. But what I do know is that for now, we have this necklace, and I think we should figure out what we can do to procure it so that neither of them do.
You already own it, the Guardian says.
What? Wait, what?
The Master Julian owns it.
What? Like, double take again. What? Julian.
Julian, did you know that you own it?
No. Why would I be the one to own it?
Someone had to buy it. Seemed fitting. The theater is not important as a building. I must always do anything I possibly can to help you in your mission, but it's not the theater they want, it's what's beneath it.
What's beneath it? It can't. Do we know?
Yes, Julian. What's beneath it?
I have the slightest idea. I didn't know I owned property. I couldn't even buy this wine.
Wit's insight. I'd just like to know if he's bullshitting us.
dirt, stone, a foundation.
Like he's just being plain honest.
I believe Julian is saying the truth. He's not aware of this.
Ronaldo, since you seem to know so much about this, why don't you download the exposition on this theater and what's beneath it for us?
Since it's not directly concerning to any of you, then
It is now.
It's a.
Ronaldo, I gave you a command.
Oh my
I'm
god.
trying to explain it the best I can. It's a prison and a battery for one of the gates.
Prison and a battery.
Well,
Both of these things sound deeply intriguing.
There's a being imprisoned there who acts as a battery for one of the gates downstairs.
Oh, so it's like a
One of the
remote
four.
switch or something.
If that
Yeah.
means that I own the theater, then was I its jailer? Whatever is sealed away?
Oh,
Certainly, you must have been.
You all did that when you made the gates.
I mean, it's your theater, Julian.
But to be fair, Dahlia and Dowser did most of the binding and enchanting. But
Hmm.
Is that why we still have cages here?
no, that's food.
Oh, okay.
Rituals require a lot of blood. And interrogations sometimes.
Hmm. Julian, my apologies in advance for earlier saying that we would get the deed to them. I didn't know that it was belonging to you or the importance of keeping it within our collective possession.
No need to apologize. I had the slightest idea. But now it makes more sense.
Unless you move the entity.
Can we do that? I would be 100% happy to help with that.
I mean, you build a new cage and you connect the ley lines and...
I could do that with enough resources and time. I could do that. I could make that happen.
How much time do we need for that?
Without Dowser here, it's hard to say, and there's also the risk of when you free the being, you have to relocate it and imprison it again, and that means one of the gates will be down at that time, which means the prisoner will be more awake, and things can happen.
Can we
wouldn't want
relocate them
that.
here?
That would be foolish. There's a reason why the beings are located where they are.
I agree. It's a ritual thing, Ella. You anchor the ritual in different places, and you don't. It's a bit like architecture, right? You may have noticed this in your time by the Mediterranean, that certain buildings lean over because they're not structurally sound. Well, this is kind of the same deal. We need to anchor the ritual in different places so that you can't simply, if you put all your pieces in one place, it's a security risk.
I think we can move them though, because as she's like gesturing to the guardian, we've expanded his range and we're fine. I don't see the issue. And then she'll look over to the guardian. Can we do it in 2 nights?
I
3? 3 nights?
It might take a while, honestly. We have to set up another gate, and it takes time.
We've got all of Dusktown. It's
Spend
fine.
about 30 years on the project. You're not starting from scratch. I think you're most capable, all of you, but 3 days might be hard.
But not
There's
impossible.
Not impossible.
There's something that might also make it more difficult too. The Rose at the club, Cassandra, she has designs on the theater as well. She tried to manipulate me and my mind. She reached out to me when we were at this dance place. This dance hall. That's something he would say.
Oh yeah, she's
Think-
in great despair, and the Guardian smiles from ear to ear.
If she knows what's down there, she might be an adversary in this.
They don't know, they just probably sense the power.
But she's another player in this game that we're in.
The being down there is a yin. I don't think even your kind has encountered many of those before.
I don't think that I have either one dot of a cult. She doesn't know what the hell any of this conversation is. This is what I know. Julian, Dahlia, there's a building. Julian, you didn't know about it until 15 minutes ago. So my thought is, and Dahlia, really, we can move this being, and it's 1 gate out of 6. That doesn't seem like that's too difficult. 4. Okay, 25%. That's fine. 75% of our gates is still passing.
Ella, darling, I respect your willingness to adapt and improvise this situation, but these are powerful forces that we're dealing with. And while I do make what I do look really easy, it's a complicated procedure, and we must remember that we need to keep the being downstairs undisturbed in so far as we can and locked in place and secure. So, and given the other people who could interfere with this and everything, it's just a lot. And we would need Dowser to cooperate too. I can't do this all by myself as much as I would like to. So, yeah, it's a group effort and a complex operation. This is equivalent to neurosurgery. So it's whatever that is, by the way.
And Master Henry needs to remember how to write a contract.
Boy, Ronaldo, you're just full of all kinds of wonderful information you don't choose to tell us until random moments.
You never asked. It seems important now.
Ella will think in her head, you're doing a wonderful job. Don't worry about the haters. But she'll go to Dahlia. But Dahlia, you and I, more so than anyone, know about our dear friend in the basement.
Yes.
I don't think that they pose the threat that you think that they do.
I think that they pose a great threat.
So you're telling me that the entity that we have is similar that's in the theater, and that's a problem for you because you think that they're on the same plane of difficulty.
I think they're dangerous. Let me go ahead and put that out there. I think that very much like whatever the fuck is in the lake, there are certain powers in this world that could end the world, so to speak, or at least are devastating in their capabilities. And while I face these entities on a regular basis with a degree of respect, I just think it would not be in our best interest to treat this volatile creature, these entities, with just without that kind of respect. It's just a lot.
Mistress Quinn, if I may. The gates are batteries to fuel the prison. The prisoner is the prison. Around the entire town that's keeping the thing in the lake, as Mistress Dahlia put it, imprisoned. Those 4 ingredients that you must require maintains the gates and therefore the prison. If you remove one of the batteries, the prison will become volatile. It is definitely possible, but it should be planned very carefully. I cannot allow you to endanger the mission.
Really good.
So the question then I have, Julian, if the entity was moved, would you be willing, if I compensated you for the exchange, for the building?
You want the building?
Well, I don't, but someone else does. But I'm thinking that if we were able to give it to someone else so it's out of sight, out of mind. It seems that there's many individuals interested in it based on the power, not necessarily the building. And I don't want that coming back to you or us, not because we have anything to do with the power. We didn't even know about your ownership until a few minutes ago. So really what I'm saying is, if I take into account what the Guardian and Dahlia are telling us, if we could, would you be willing to move that asset to someone else down the road, given how long this could take?
Oh, of course. I have no use well, I do enjoy music,
Mm.
and I guess I've sat in on a few shows, but I have no real use for a theater myself, except as an audience member. I have to be honest though. Why don't we just leave it alone? 75% is not 100, and this is if it's serving such a vital purpose, we should just leave it well enough alone.
I don't think that leaving it there isn't an option. I think that it's the opportunistic individuals within the city that may have less than favorable thoughts or agendas for it, knowing apparently what we didn't know, because this is not one but two individuals who have sought to take over and seize that. I'd like it to remain within our power, but if they know and moving it as an option down the road, of course, then it's more of a safeguard than a necessity, I guess.
Dolly is going to step in here and play the role of diplomat, which is going to unsettle both of these people, I'm sure. So she's going to say, first of all, I am in complete agreement with Julian here about the danger and threat and the desire to leave it be. That was very well said, Julian, and I am in agreement with you. And then she's going to look to Ella and say, however, likewise, I see the threat being posed by interested members who are finding out and discovering the source of this power and where it may be located and trying to get their filthy little hands on it. And thereby endangering all of us or subjecting us to their whims and the designs on it, which I really don't want to be beholden to anybody or have to do a deal with anyone in order to preserve all of our safety. So I don't like that either. And then she's going to turn to Reynaldo and say, are there ways of breaking the wards or security measures on that we currently have on this, I imagine, by these other people, or is this secure by our own designs? Did we have the foresight to lock it down before when we did this?
No one is getting in there without all 6 of those, and he points towards your chest. Well, not all of them, but at least one of them.
Wait, that just went from 6 to 1. So
I mean, one of the 6 artifacts that you have inside your chest. It's the key to all the doors, and he points towards your main door. It's like that.
I have a question for you. When with this necklace that I have, will it be dissolved or broken or in any way harmed in this upcoming situation that we're going to be involved in, saving the world?
I don't think the shard is gonna break, but the weapon that you might make it into is definitely gonna break. It broke the last time when you speared my sister. The shard itself, probably not.
Is your sister
related?
With your sister, is that the one that's in the theater or the one that is in the basement?
The basement. The gin was Julian and Dawes doing. Julian, in your notes, there's a little section about the city of brass containing gins. But unfortunately, before we go further down the rabbit hole of this conversation, we do have to end. And hopefully the other 2 will be back to converse with guys.
And did you said that I broke it putting her sister in the basement?
Yeah, basically when you spear her down, the spear exploded. But the shard is fine.
Hmm.
The shard is just a battery for a weapon.
No more spearing.
It could be made into a sword. It could be made into basically anything, or just a very mean bullet.
Yeah.
from like a Barrett 50 sniper rifle kind of thing.
Dahlia is not opposed to doing the bait and switch in terms of if there can be if this entity can be transferred to another location via portals, it without disrupting the anchorage and the seal that is on it, then she would be interested in proposing that as a reasonable plan.
Oh, I think it cut out there.
Oh, sorry.
A reasonable.
Yeah, that'd be something that she'd be willing to do. Yeah.